Hi everyone, Ta here. So this is the Google Pixel Watch 3. There's of course a bigger size available this year, but since I have fairly small wrists, I'm sticking with the 41mm. After almost a month with the watch, I've got some thoughts on how it compares to my trusty Galaxy Watch 7. Now, every time I switch to a Pixel Watch, I'm reminded of how elegant they look. Not to mention, the comfort is top-notch. The Galaxy Watch 7 is a great looking smartwatch too, but its industrial design with all those sharp edges gives off a more sporty vibe. Plus, the Pixel Watch is easier to keep clean since those edges on the Galaxy Watch tend to pick up a lot of dirt and dust that are a pain to clean. The Pixel Watch also sits much nicer on the wrist because it doesn't have traditional lugs, which causes the band to flare out more, making the watch look way clunkier than it really is. The obvious downside of the Pixel Watch design is that it's gonna be more prone to damage. It's pretty much all glass, so I am a little worried about banging it into stuff. I have dinged it a couple of times and it's still fine, but yeah, I'd be careful. The display is about 10% larger with slimmer bezels. It gets brighter too, which should help with outdoor visibility. It also has a dynamic refresh rate now, making the display a little more battery efficient. So with that being said, is the battery any better than the Pixel Watch 2? From my experience, it's about the same. It'll last a single day to a day and a half for most people. My husband, who's rocking the 45mm version, easily gets over 2 days, so if you need more battery life, go for the larger size. One upgrade we'll all appreciate is that it charges faster. They've increased the charging speed every single generation, and looking back at those original Pixel Watch charging speeds is sort of painful. The Pixel Watch 3 charges pretty fast, definitely faster than the Galaxy Watch, and it stays cooler too. It goes from 0 to 98% in 50 minutes, with the last 2% taking an extra 10 minutes. I usually charge while I shower and get ready for bed, and it's always fully charged when I'm done. The charging puck still uses pins, which have to be aligned in a specific way to work. Just remember that the crown needs to be facing the same direction as the cable, and it snaps right into place. A feature I love to see Google add is a notification on the phone when the watch is fully charged. That's something I really miss from the Galaxy Watch. One new hardware addition is the Watch 3 now comes with an ultra-wideband chip. This makes both location finding and the watch unlock features for Pixel phones more accurate and reliable. Okay, so let's do a quick demo. With the watch behind my back, if I try to unlock my phone, nothing happens. But if I bring the watch a little closer and try to unlock it again, just like that, it unlocked my phone. This has the same processor as the Pixel Watch 2 and is still nice and responsive, so yeah, no real complaints performance-wise. I have run into a bug where the download icon won't go away, but outside of that, it's been fairly stable. It runs Wear OS 5, which isn't a massive update. Some notable changes include an improved camera control app, a new pixel recorder app, and they've added the ability to set a grid view for the app's screen. Updates-wise, Pixel Watches get 3 years of Wear OS updates. If you're wondering, that's 1 year less than what Samsung offers for their Galaxy Watches. The app ecosystem hasn't changed all that much. There just aren't very many killer apps on Wear OS, but that's okay because Google does have all the essentials covered. Maps, Keep, Pay, Calendar, Gmail, Messages, and Home, it's all there. If you're not a fan of Google services, you might not have a very good time with the watch. But honestly, why would you buy the watch then, right? I often get asked whether I prefer the Pixel Watch or the Galaxy Watch, and honestly, they both have their pros and cons. I actually prefer the way the UI is laid out on the Pixel Watch. Besides feeling smoother, scrolling to the left and seeing only one notification at a time on the Galaxy Watch feels way less intuitive compared to swiping up and scrolling through a list on the Pixel Watch. The tiles and overall aesthetics are more cohesive on the Pixel Watch 2 because you don't have design elements from both Samsung and Google apps matched together. On the other hand, the Galaxy Watch feels more durable and the software is just more flexible. You can rearrange the quick settings, customize the app screen however you want, and even change what the physical buttons do. None of that is possible on the Pixel Watch. So you'll need the Fitbit app if you want to access the health and fitness feature of the watch. You do get 6 months of Fitbit Premium included, but the free version is more than good enough. The app is fairly straightforward and offers a lot of data if you want to dive deeper into it. I only have 2 complaints. First of all, the app needs a dark mode. Second, the widget support is pretty bad. You only have a step counter and a workout one, both of which look super outdated. So yeah, I'd love to see Google or the Fitbit team bring some more modern looking options like what Samsung and Apple are doing. Now, in terms of health stuff, it can do ECGs and automatically detect something called body response, which is Google's fancy version of stress and mood tracking. You can turn on notifications that will alert you when it detects stress or excitement. It'll also prompt you to log how you were feeling at the moment. The idea is to improve mindfulness to help control stress. It's a cool concept and it can definitely be useful if that's something you're trying to work on. But I think a lot of people will just find it super gimmicky. I love gamifying fitness, and the concepts of cardio load and the daily readiness score are perfect for that. Daily readiness is like an upgrade from the traditional sleep score. It gives you a 0 to 100 score based on 3 things: your sleep data, heart rate variability, and resting heart rate. The score shows you how ready your body is for physical activity every day. A higher score means you should go for a more challenging workout, whereas a lower score means you should probably focus more on recovery. Cardio load measures how hard your heart works during workouts and daily activities. Every day, the watch suggests a target range taking into account your daily readiness, and your goal is to keep your heart rate elevated enough during training to hit that range. The idea is to avoid undertraining or overtraining, both of which aren't good for you. My husband, who pretty much exclusively lifts weights, was almost never hitting his cardio load, so the watch has sort of motivated him to train his heart a bit more. There's these tiles with both these metrics on it, and like I said, it makes the whole fitness thing a little more game-like, which I personally appreciate. In terms of activity tracking, it does a decent job auto-tracking my walks, but as a mom who pushes a stroller around a lot, wrist-based trackers like this just aren't that great at helping me track my steps. My usual workouts are a mix of some resistance training, running on the treadmill, or following a cardio-based workout on YouTube. I track it all on the watch and it does the job. The heart rate sensor feels spot on, and having the heart rate zones clearly displayed is nice because it helps me stay in the right intensity for my workouts. So yeah, overall, Pixel Watch 3, at least the 41mm version, isn't a groundbreaking upgrade over the last generation. The improvements to the display and connectivity don't make that big of a difference to the overall experience. I think Google's banking on the larger size to move the needle for them this generation. Adding the 45mm size option instantly makes the Pixel Watch 3 more attractive, as many people have been waiting for a larger watch with more than a single day's battery from Google. Starting at $349, it is $50 more than the Galaxy Watch. Does it offer $50 more value? That's probably up for debate, and we all know how aggressive Samsung is with promotions and whatnot. Either way, the Pixel Watch 3 is still a stylish and functional smartwatch, and honestly goes great with a Pixel phone. Keep in mind, just like previous Pixel watches, this one is not repairable at all, and that's fairly disappointing because accidents happen, right? Google is reportedly working on making the Pixel Watch more repairable, so if you value repairability, you might want to wait for the next model. As usual, thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, I'm out of here. Bye!